Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another Sail and Chat episode. Although, I actually didn't want to make a Sail and Chat episode this week. There was supposed to be nothing exciting besides do some analysis of replays and things like that, but geez, the last 48 hours. Wow. I I'm not really sure how to I'm not even really sure how to describe how I feel right now. Shocked? Maybe. Stunned? Maybe. A little rattled. Definitely rattled. And I don't know, just not comfortable? I don't know. Just can't come up with the right word to describe how I feel right now because the last 48 hours has been pretty crazy. Um, let's go back to Monday because Monday's a good day to start. And like I think I mentioned in the last video, I'm a teacher, so that's my day job. I teach kids. In this particular case, I tutor kids at night. Work with them on their English, work with them on their writing, and try to help them with their homework when they struggle, especially like ESL students, right? So that's what I went to do on Monday. Except when I was there, um, I had a disagreement with the student, and it mostly started from something that the sort of student's mom told me, which was like, oh, this happened earlier and he wasn't very considerate, and is it possible that you talk to him about it? Sure, fine. I'll go ahead and I'll be the parent. I'll do the parenting thing. So, talked to the kid and I said, look, there's certain times in life where it's good to have a certain degree of grace, and it's very important that at times you consider other people's feelings and not just your own. And that, especially in unique circumstances, you really, really should consider maybe just for a little bit putting your own self interest behind and, give the other person in the situation a little bit of compassion and make their day a little bit better. Well, telling a 13-year-old boy what to do is, oh boy. I don't think he liked that much. So, very quickly, this turned into a very, very big verbal disagreement. And so I'm at first like, okay, you can verbally disagree with me. That's okay. That's life. You don't always have to agree with me verbally. But then there was that action. There was an action where it was considered sort of threatening. That he sort of stood up, took that aggressive posture, like, oh, I'm gonna go and I'm going to actually get physical. And there was in the room at the same time somebody else who isn't a member of the family, a younger girl, 9 years old, and a huge part of the disagreement, actually, a huge part of the issue, the part where he wasn't being considerate, was towards this particular girl. And her situation is unique, but since I don't really want to talk about her life as it kind of sucks and there's a really serious illness, that's all I'll say. And so this girl was in the room and he had this tremendous amount of frustration that was directed towards this girl. So I saw him stand up and he got this, he took on this very aggressive posture, and I'm like, oh, okay, and he starts to approach the girl, and I'm like, uh-oh, is he going to take out his frustration on her? So I immediately stepped in. Well, definitely didn't like that part, because maybe it was just me playing the role as a parent more so. But again, I mean, my obligations professionally is that I have to make sure that things don't go south. That's part of my professional obligation. If I see that there's a potential threat, I have to throw myself between those, two potential things that are going to explode and make sure nothing bad happens. So, got kicked in the ribs and, managed to, at least for a second or two, managed to get the boy to not, you know, aggressively approach the girl. Well, by this time, of course, there's been quite a bit of commotion. The boy's mom comes in and she's telling, him to calm down and to relax and everything. And, and obviously I'm a little upset. I'm like, okay, what are you doing? Like, this discussion went from being compassionate and being nice, and all of a sudden this is way, way off the board. So, all right, now his mom's in the room, so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go back and I'm going to go and sit down back at the table, and I'm gonna wait for you to calm down, and when you calm down fully, we'll go back to whatever we need to do. Well, he was having none of that. He was having none of the, I'm wrong today kind of thing. And so, stood up, walked straight into the kitchen, and came back with 2 kitchen knives and started waving them around. And they said teaching was going to be a safe, easy profession. Like, holy freaking hell. Oh, man. Wow. I didn't really know how to react to that, truth be told. Like, for me, it was, if he's serious, and, he's going to make a move with a weapon, I'm going to do everything I humanly can to, step in there. But, seeing an angry 13-year-old with brandishing 2 knives and getting really pissed and talking about wanting to, oh boy. So that was my Monday. And, of course, don't ask me how. Do not ask me how. After that, I still managed, and I guess this is because out of shock or something, I still managed to finish the damn lesson. Like, I don't even know how. I just don't know. But of course, by the time I got home and the adrenaline wore off, wow. When the adrenaline wears off, because all of a sudden things that didn't hurt, an hour ago start to hurt. And everything that didn't immediately hit home, and I was a bit rattled. That was my Monday. That was rattled on Monday. So Tuesday comes around, I wake up in the morning, and I'm like, yeah, okay, all right, yesterday happened, it wasn't fantastic, but it happened. I'm still here, I'm still alive. Everything's okay. Right. Everything's fine. So, with Monday out of the way, Tuesday was stream, and Tuesday, again, something very bizarre happened. Typically on a normal day, every night, right around, nighttime, my internet just kind of goes full potato mode. It just happens. The internet just goes and craps out. And then Tuesday night, I was expecting that problem to occur. Nothing happened. The whole day and the whole night, just the internet seemed fine. And I was constantly like, wait, why is my internet fine? It wasn't fine for like the longest time. For last like 3 weeks, my internet hasn't been fine. All of a sudden, yeah, nothing happened. I'm like, okay, maybe my neighbor is, not downloading anything, maybe not torrenting, maybe whatever, there's lower consumption or something, and everything is just returning to normal, or so I thought. That was Tuesday. So Tuesday was all right. So from Monday night, and that's when I was tutoring, from Monday night to Tuesday night, first 24 hours, everything was all right. It wasn't terrible after that incident. Still shocked, a little bit distraught about it, but overall surviving. So today, which is the Wednesday, I was like, okay, I have a baby shower to attend this weekend, and I've had to go and buy some baby shower gifts for my friend and her new baby. And one of the things that the friend had wanted to, me to get is a book. And, that's just been one of the requests. Please get a book that you want to share and everything. So, went to a bookstore and decided to go get a book. And I was looking through all the books. I'm like, I can get a book. I can get a children's book. But the children's book by, age 2, 3, 4, maybe the kid's not interested in anymore. If I get a book that's, really sort of super difficult, maybe the kid will never read it. And then all of a sudden I thought, you know what? What if I got a book today in 2016? And this book is about a topic that somebody in 2016 is warning about, in this case, technology. And I let the book, let's say, be planned. I planned for the book to be read in 20 years. In the year 2036, would the things that this book is warning people about apply? And this book happened to be about, security, cybersecurity in particular, security about how everything that we have today is so connected to the internet. So many things that we do are dependent on us being connected. So I thought, okay, let me go get this book. And so I buy this book, I get out, I go and have dinner. And right around dinner, I get the most I get like one of those most disconcerting calls that I think I can ever get, because I've never thought in my life that this would ever happen. And I get this very confused call, and they basically said to me, they're like, so a couple of minutes ago, we had somebody of a particular name who came specifically asking for you. There's no they didn't really tell us anything. They refused to tell us anything. They just said they wanted to speak to you, and that you could quote unquote help them with something. I thought this was really bizarre. I'm like, who the hell does that? Who goes and just knocks on your door? And I'm like, I don't even know this person. Like, what's going on? So the person who answered the door said, okay, well, you know what's going to happen is that in a couple hours they'll call you again because we gave them your phone number. I'm like, okay, that's interesting. And indeed, right around the time when they said the phone call would happen, there was a phone call. Hello, my name is so-and-so, and I'm from the Ministry of Public Safety. And more specifically, I'm from the Canadian Security and Information Service. And do you know what this is? I'm like, yeah, you're CSIS. You're basically Canada's version of, the CIA, NSA, and all those things wrapped into one. Yes, yes. Okay, how can I confirm your identity? Well, here's a phone number you can call. And it's all super secret, and you can't actually get my identity, but you can give them like a secret little thing, and they'll call you back. They'll call me, and I'll call you back, and I'll tell you what you. Oh, okay, sure. All right, so call the number, and lo and behold, legit, actually legit. So, the guy says, "Oh, would you like to meet up?" And I'm like, I don't know what on earth this is about, but okay. Which now in hindsight might have been a bit of a mistake, but at the time it's like, what do they want with me? Like what have I done? Part of it is curiosity, I guess. I am curious enough to want to know why the hell they would want to talk to me. So I said, okay, I'll meet up with them. And oh boy, that was a lot of questions. A lot of questions. And all top secret, all the kind of things. So can't actually tell any. I can't say any of the details, but totally out of the blue, with no warning, no phone call, no, just somebody showed up at my door, knocked on, went like, "Hey, you know where I'm from? I would like to talk to you." Oh man, wow. I have to admit, like, just just like not a good 48 hours. Pretty rattled still. Pretty anxious. Like, just all these things have happened in 48 hours. It's really gotten to me in the last little while. So I will try my absolute best. In the next couple of days to push out some more worship videos. But do forgive me if I do take an extra day or two to just sort of settle myself again and go back to doing what I usually do. But anyways, that's the update for the last 48 hours, and just why I've sort of fallen off the face of the planet for the last 48 hours. But yeah, anyways, What else can I say? Just, woo, okay. Anyways, folks, hope you all have a very, very good day. If you have any suggestions about how I can deal with this kind of stuff in the future, do let me know in the comment section below. Although, not really looking for advice, but hey, if you've got advice to give, please knock yourself out. But anyways, folks, take care. Have a good one. And hopefully I'll talk to you guys all in a few days.